Alright, hello and welcome to Monster Sanctuary. This game is a MetroidVania style monster tamer. Basically means it is a combination of Super Metroid and Pokemon, where you have an overworld, you do platforming shenanigans, and then you have a turn-based combat system in which you have monsters that you tame and have fight for you. Seems pretty interesting. Let's get into it. Monster Sanctuary is a land far from any other human civilization. While wild monsters are dangerous to humans, monsters raised by them grow loyal to their owners. Most of the people in Monster Sanctuary reside in the Keeper's Stronghold. Many of them learn to raise and train monsters. Look at that mushroom. They call themselves Monster Keepers. Choose the familiar of your bloodline. Alright, so we got the Spectral Wolf, Spectral Eagle, Spectral Toad, and Spectral Lion. From what I can tell based on just the stats they give, seems like Spectral Wolf and Spectral Lion are pretty sort of like balanced characters with decent attack and defenses. Spectral Eagle is basically like straight up attack, and Toad is more like defensive. I went with the Eagle when I was doing my test, but we're gonna stick with the Eagle. I really like the Eagle. He was a pretty good guy. Among the most prestigious monster keepers, there are 4 prominent old bloodlines tied to the Monster Sanctuary's history. Yeah, your 3 rivals. Each of those bloodlines is aided by a spectral familiar. Those familiars are aegis protectors of their family, passed on from one keeper to the next. Joj is starting out to become a monster keeper like his ancestors before him. As with all starting monster keepers, his journey begins at the Keeper's Trail. His bloodline's familiar bears the form of a spectral eagle. Name your familiar. Yeah. So we're gonna name you, Carl. Yes, we're gonna name you Carl. What's up, Carl? Monsters are wild things. The only reason I'm helping you is the bond I share with your family. Most monsters are less inclined than me to help you. That is why you must always raise your own monsters. They will grow alongside you just as I will, and they will fight for you. The best way to gain a monster's loyalty is to hatch it from its egg. Of course, you will have to fight to get those monster eggs. Look at the blob over there. Yo, look at that blob. Look at that face. Initiate a fight by contact. We shall see if you live up to your ancestors. Alright, so I do know a couple of the mechanics. The combat seems pretty simple. Everything has one type that it's weak to and one type that it resists. The blob is weak to, I believe this is air. Wind? Yeah, it's wind. We also have a fire attack. But the blob should be pretty easy to kill. We can just hit it with lightning bolt a couple times. I believe the eagle is weak to water. And it looks like this one has water. So blob goes down. And we've achieved victory. And here we have the combat result. We get our blob egg, which I think you're guaranteed to get no matter what. Get some XP. There we go, you received a blob egg. Now you need to hatch it. Open the inventory menu and try to hatch it. Alright, go to inventory, blob egg, and hatch this boy up. And we got ourselves a nice little blob. What are we going to name our blob? Oops. We're going to name him Bob. Bob the Blob. Pretty easy name. Pretty simple right there. That is your first monster you hatched by yourself. Right now it is weak, so you need to train it. There is much more for you to learn, too. You and that blob are quite alike. Let's continue on the Keeper's Trail. It'll lead us to Old Buran, an old friend of mine. I thought Buran was going to be a city, but apparently it's a person. He's a patient teacher to all young keepers who seek guidance. I advise you to listen to him very carefully. Alright, let's go. Yeah, so each one of your monsters, I think the person tells you this later, but each one of your monsters has like a special ability you can use in the overworld. Blob makes bubbles. And then the eagle, you can kind of float a little bit, which can help you reach areas that normally wouldn't be accessible. We got a couple more blobs here. Alright, let's start this combat. So the combat can be up to 3v3 at a time, which is pretty interesting. Okay, okay, so it totally had the bubble attack, but here it has Arcane Bolt instead, which is weird. But, yeah, whatever. Very strange. Let's just use our attacks on these little blobs. Yeah. So the combat uses a mana system where after every turn you regen a certain amount of mana. It honestly makes the game seem pretty easy. At least thus far. Like, I mean, I didn't even get past the tutorial area, but like it just kind of seems like you can spam your strongest attacks over and over again. Because, like, I'm getting 41 mana back. This thing costs 30, so I can use this every turn, guaranteed. And then your Lightning Bolt only costs 45. So I'm only netting 4 lost every turn, but maybe eventually that'll get a little more difficult. But there's also this post-combat thing where if you see those 5 stars, the better you do in combat, the more stars you get and the higher chance of loot you get and more bonus gold you get. So I got 29 gold there, small potion for a 3-star thing. Didn't get any like rare loot or anything. And he's just gonna tell us about that, so I'm just gonna skip that. We'll do a little platforming and make our way to the top. Keeper's Trail. Young Keeper, 'tis the Keeper's Trail's beginning. For all of man, beast, and sanctuary has beginning. Alright. Look at this little whatever it is. We got a little caterpillar guy. Oh yeah, the blob is pretty good because it's got a heal right away, which is really nice. We'll just use Arcane Bolt. We'll get rid of this guy, because I think he's probably a little more challenging. He is resistant to fire, but little... Maybe I should have just gone for the wood guy, because I can totally just erase him. Whatever, we're just going to go for Lightning Bolt on the, what's it called? It's going to use a barrier. Leave that buffs its defense. And we'll take you out. Very nice, very nice. Explode you. I really like the art and animations in this game. They're very nice. The music's really good too. Really liking the music. We're just gonna heal ourselves because there's no. You can just kill it with explosion anyway. Oh, never mind. We can't kill it with explosion. Oh no, we did. That was weird. All right, victory. Got ourselves a nice 4-star. We got a potato, which apparently gives you plus 60 health, 31 gold. And we got a level up for Carl. As your monsters gain experience in combat, they will increase in level. This allows them to gain new skills. You should take a look at the skill tree menu. Oops. So go to skills, click on Carl. Alright. So we can put a skill point into any of these things. We can upgrade the damage of... Looks like... This upgrades damage, this upgrades damage. I think this makes... Okay, so this, I guess, also upgrades damage. Improve attack rating by 1. Oh, this just improves my attack stat, basically. I see. Increases crit chance by 5%. This increases the damage. This will increase my magic attack. Increase damage in that ability. Apply shock debuff on a random enemy at the start of combat. That'd be nice. Hybrid shield. I think this is the thing I went for before, and I will probably want to go with this. At the start of combat, apply a shield equal to 100% of attack and magic value. You just get a free shield at the beginning of combat, which is really nice. Otherwise, increase your mana rating, get more damage. And then you could get this buff, applies might, which I believe is an attack buff. And then Bob's got some stuff too, but he's not ready to level up. I also think... What is it? I think their health just regens after every battle, so you don't have to worry about healing out of battle, or out of combat. We got a... Kestis? I don't know how to pronounce this word. Cestus, Kestis, Kestis, I don't know. But it gives me more attack and some more defense, so we'll give that to a Bob the Blob. Hello, sir. Hey, friend, you are staring at a monster keeper. Wait. Oh, you're just... Hey, friend, you were just starting as a monster keeper, right? How did you find some equipment of your Jesus. Did you find some equipment for your monsters already? I can't read today, man. You can make your monsters stronger by equipping them. So we can jump up here, open this chest. We got a kunai. Give that to Carl instead of the wooden stick. Can I get to there from here? If I use the ability? Yes, I can. Hell yeah. Got hide, which is an accessory, I think? Plus 12, plus 110 health. 110 health seems like a pretty lot for the beginning of the game. Hey, fellow keeper. Did you know that every single one of your monsters possesses a special ability? You can use your familiar's ability to fly to the chest up there. Pretty useful. Alright, so we got another blob and a bird. Let's go. What do we want to get rid of? I guess we'll just get rid of the blob. And we'll lightning bolt. Come on. Oh, just barely doesn't kill. Bubble burst. Alright, we'll take out the blob. And it looks like explosion does the most to resist the wind attacks. Probably because it's a bird. Which makes sense. And bird is dead. Victory. We got a nice 4-star. We got a Vero egg, which I believe is the bird. Well, it had to be the bird, because obviously we didn't get another blob egg. So let's hatch that egg, dude. Let's get ourselves another thing. All right, what are we gonna name you? Smithson. There you go, Smithson the bird. He's got a skill point. Alright, so he has beating, which is 4 times 40% physical damage neutral. And then he has the might buff. I think we should give him another... Let's give him wind air sickle. And then we get another skill for Bob. So let's see. We can get Slime Shot, which does some damage and applies poison. We could get... What is this one? Acid Rain, which applies armor break debuff. We could buff any of these things, but I think I want to get Slime Shot for the poison damage. Alright. Let's go across this bridge. This very nice looking bridge. Let's read this. Keeper's Trail. Man prospered through generations, founded cities and nations, connected by dirt and wheel, and later by steam and steel. Whoop. Whoa, what is that? Oh, it ran away. Obtained a bracelet. Oh yeah, we get to equip our boy Smithson. We don't have anything but wooden sticks, but we can give him this bracelet. Interact. Sign. Right, Keeper's Stronghold. Left, Keeper's Trail. Alright, we obtained a gauntlet. Can we give that to Smithson? Equipment. Is it another? It's another one of these. Plus defense, plus crit chance. Dang, he has really bad defense. Holy crap. 2-star defense. Whereas you have, like, 3-star, which is not that good. We'll give you the gauntlet. Alright, well, it said left and right. It didn't say down. What's down? We got a 2 times copper. Nah, there's no way. There's no way you can get up there. Because you can only, like, do the little levitate thing for little fly thing for a short amount of time, so... this is the path to Keeper's Stronghold. We should continue on the Keeper's Trail first and visit Old Burren. Okay.